Good morning, students. So, today we would be starting a new chapter, that is provision and reserve. It's a very small topic where there's only the meaning and of provision, reserves, and different types of reserves. So, first we have provisions. So, what do we mean by provisions? According to Companies Act, the term provision refers to any of the following amount: the amount which is written off or retained by way of providing for depreciation renewals or diminishing in the value of assets. So whenever there is an amount which is written off, that is either by depreciation or when the value of the asset is reduced. Or we have the amount retained by way of providing for any known liability which cannot be determined with substantial accuracy. So the amount which is retained by providing for any known liability is provisions. So what are the different examples for provisions? We have provision for depreciation of assets, provision for taxation, provision for bad debts and doubtful debts, provision for discount on debtors, provision for repairs and renewal of assets. Okay. So these are the example for provisions. Next we have reserves. Reserve means amount set aside out of profit and surplus to meet the future uncertainty. So every company, what they do, they create a reserve. Whenever they have excess profit, they take a part of the portion of the profit and keep it as a reserve. So whenever there is any uncertainty in the future, they can utilize these reserves. So there are different types of reserves, that is revenue reserve, capital reserve, secret reserve. So first let us see what do we mean by revenue reserve. These reserves come into existence out of profit which have been earned in the day-to-day course. So whichever profit has been earned in the day-to-day course is known as revenue reserve. We have different types of revenue reserve. First one is general reserve. So general reserve is nothing but the businessman does not withdraw the entire profit from the business but will retain some part of their profits as reserve. This is known as general reserve. And sometimes what happens, there are companies which will not distribute the entire profit as dividend to the shareholder, but they will keep some part of it as general reserve. Such a reserve is also termed as contingency reserve. Then we have specific reserve. So the reserve which is created for a specific purpose or special purpose and it can be utilized only for that particular purpose is known as specific reserve. Under that we have dividend equalization reserve. So this reserve is mainly maintained to give a steady rate of dividend to the shareholders. In some years what happened, the profit may not be sufficient to pay dividend. So with this reserve they transfer it and they give a fixed rate of dividend. Then we have reserve for replacement of assets. Sometimes what happens, the asset may be outdated, it may be absolute. So it is important that they create a reserve so that as and when it is required, the company or the firm is able to replace their assets. Say for example, an asset was purchased 10 years ago for 10 lakh rupees. Okay. But they want to purchase a new asset which is of 40 lakh rupees. So while they sell the old asset, they'll get only 10 lakh rupees, but they will need additional of 30 lakh rupees. So in such a case, reserve for replacement of asset is used. Next we have investment fluctuation fund. Sometimes what happens, the companies invest in different shares or debentures. So when there is a fall in the value of these investment, this investment fluctuation fund is used. Clear? So whenever there is a decline in the value of asset due to market fluctuation, the companies will utilize the investment fluctuating fund. Next we have workmen's compensation fund. So this fund is created to meet compensation payable to workers in case of unexpected or unknown accidents. Sometimes what happens, the workers may meet with accidents which is unknown or unpredictable. So they create a fund which is known as workmen compensation fund. And last we have debenture redemption reserve. So whenever the debentures are repaid over a period of time, this fund is utilized. So specific reserve fund is those funds which are used only for a special purpose, that is dividend equalization reserve, reserve for replacement of asset, investment fluctuating fund, workman compensation fund, debenture redemption reserve. Then second one we have is capital reserve. So in addition to the normal profit, capital profits are earned in the business from many sources. Okay. So the reserves which are created out of such capital is known as capital reserves. So what can be capital profit? Profit on sale of fixed asset, profit on the revaluation of asset and liabilities, profit on purchase of a running business, profit prior to the incorporation of company, profit on redemption of debentures. These are nothing but the capital profits. So other than the normal profits, when there is capital profit, such reserves are maintained, which is known as capital reserves. And last we have is the secret reserve. So secret reserve is one which is not disclosed in the balance sheet, whereas revenue reserve and capital reserves are disclosed in the balance sheet. So these reserves are created by showing profit at a figure much lower than actual profit. They don't only show the profit less, but they show the value of assets also low, and they show the liabilities value very high. So when the secret reserves exist, the actual position of the firm will be much better than what is disclosed by the balance sheet. So how can we have secret reserve? It can be by writing off excessive depreciation, charging capital expenditure, treating a revenue receipt as capital receipt, undervaluation of asset, showing an actual asset as a contingent asset. All these can be ways in which we can have secret reserves. So what are the advantages of secret reserves? It helps in financial stability of the company, then helpful in absorbing unforeseen losses. So whenever there is unforeseen or unexpected losses, secret reserves help us. Regularity of dividend. Dividend can be paid regularly if there are secret reserves. Then avoidance of competition. But what are the disadvantages? It is unfair presentation of financial statement because they are not disclosing the true and fair value. It is unfair presentation of financial statement. It is loss to the shareholders. Why is it a loss to shareholders? Because they may not get the actual price of their share because of understatement of profit and financial position of the enterprise. It is misused by management. So all these are the disadvantage of secret reserve. Next, what is the difference between revenue reserve and capital reserve? So revenue reserve is a reserve which is out of day-to-day profit. And what is capital reserve? The reserve which is created not only from the normal profit but from the capital profit which is earned from the business. Okay. What is the source of creation in case of revenue reserves? So revenue reserves are created out of revenue profit which arise from normal operation, but capital reserves are out of capital profit which do not arise from a normal operation activities. What is the usage? Revenue reserve can be used in either for general purpose or specific purpose, but capital reserves cannot be utilized for payment of dividend to shareholders. However, there are some capital reserves can be utilized to distribute the dividend subject to Companies Act 2013. Next, what is the purpose? The revenue reserves are created for meeting unforeseen losses and for strengthening the financial position of the business. But capital reserves are created to meet capital losses or may be used for purpose which is laid down by the Companies Act. This was a very small chapter where there was a topic only of provisions and reserves. Tomorrow onwards, we would be starting with a new chapter. So that's all for today. Thank you.